Ladies and gentlemen, one-third of youth globally are victims of bullying. Bullying, in which occurs largely in schools, is undoubtedly a serious issue that needs to be addressed. This form of aggressive behavior in which someone intentionally and repeatedly causes another person injury or discomfort, whether physically, mentally, or subtly, should not be tolerated and therefore should be punished accordingly. However, the other side of the house suggests that expelling students who bully others is the best way to solve this emerging issue. While it may seem like a reasonable option at once, this approach actually overlooks the key factors that are crucial for effective and long-term solutions of bullying itself. Today, as the opposition team, argue that the schools should focus on rehabilitation and not expulsion as a primary way to deal with students involved in bullying incidents. Now, bullying is a complex social issue with roots in family environments, peer pressures, and personal struggles. While the behavior is utterly unacceptable, expelling students from school does not tackle the root causes of bullying itself. Instead, it shifts the problem elsewhere without offering the student any opportunity for growth or change. If anything, the expulsion of bullies only creates a solution of a case in one place and does not in any way eliminate the root cause of the bullying act itself, as the bully could easily find another school to be in and another person to bully. Moreover, students who are expelled often face worse outcomes, such as falling behind academically, social isolation, and an increased likelihood of engaging in further delinquent behavior. Now, it is clear that expulsion does not fix the problem, it merely relocates it, which is why here stands as the opposition's belief that instead of expelling students who bully, schools should adopt a more supportive and rehabilitative approach. This includes addressing the underlying causes of bullying, providing counseling, and creating an environment for improvement. Now, let's talk about what the opposition team here stands for. We stand for a system that focuses on rehabilitation over punishment. Students who bully should not simply be cast out. They should be given the tools to understand why their behavior is harmful and unacceptable and how they can improve. Schools must be the safe space for everyone, but they should also be places where students have the opportunity to learn from their mistakes and grow into responsible and empathetic individuals. Now let's move on to my substantive arguments why we strongly oppose the motion of expelling a bully as a form of punishment. Now first off, expulsion itself fails to address the root cause of bullying, like I've mentioned before. Now bullying is often the result of a deeper issues underlying. Therefore, expelling a student does not address these underlying issues. Without tackling the root causes, the behavior is likely to repeat in other settings. Expulsion is a simple solution that does not tackle the roots once again, which is fully eliminating the acts of bullying through understanding the harm causes by bullying. The other side of the house would argue that exclusion creates a strong impression that the school does not tolerate any acts of bullying. However, it should be noted that even if the students have been expelled, there are no guarantee that students would not commit another act of bullying. Thus, the vicious cycle of bullying actually continues, which defeats the argument of creating a strong impression on bullying. Instead of expulsion as punishment, providing counseling sessions will help these bullies back to the right path, as they understood the harms and the consequences of their harmful actions. Moving on to my second argument, which is the negative long-term consequences of expulsion to the students, where expelled students are more likely to disengage from education entirely based on their bad experience previously in school. Now, this would lead to a lower academic achievement and a higher risk of future delinquency itself. Now, by isolating and punishing the bully, we increase the likelihood of pushing them further down in a negative path, which they might have been in beforehand. And after all, these bullies are also still kids who made mistakes. Yes, I do understand that their acts of bullying should not be justified in any way, but how are these bullies supposed to rebound from their mistakes if they are not given a proper chance to make up for their wrongdoings? See, by adopting a rehabilitative approach, we give these students the opportunity to understand the harm they have caused and work towards becoming better individuals in a guided environment, supervised by their teachers. So this is not only help the individual students, but also fosters a more positive school environment, as it stems the idea of the harms of bullying and tackling the roots of bullying itself all in all. Thus, we are proud to oppose this motion. Thank you.